Welcome back to another What I Spent in a Week as a 40-year-old living in Atlanta. Let's get right into it. So y'all know I have my budget notebook right here. Everybody always asking me about this planner. This is an old happy planner, you guys. I got this probably back in 2019 or 2020. All I did was print out my budget workbook and I hole punched it and put it inside of here. The reason why I did that is because I wanted a way to keep all of my worksheets together in an organized fashion, and I also just love the colorful rings. Now, if I find some cute happy planners on Amazon, because that's where you can actually get them from. You can get them from Michael's as well and from the Happy Planner website. If I see any that I feel like is very, very cute, I will link some down below in the description box. But what you can do, a cheaper way to do it, is to just buy the rings and then just print out the budget workbook and also get the hole puncher, so that way you can hole punch it and then just create your own notebook. You don't necessarily have to use the whole entire planner, because this probably would cost you maybe like $10, so that would be more affordable. But that is not why y'all are here. You are here to see what your girl actually spent for the week living here in Atlanta. Now, let me tell you, I do budget by categories. I'm thinking about doing a video on how I budget by categories. It's pretty simple, you guys. And what I do every single Sunday, I just take out my worksheet, my expense tracker worksheet right here, and I just write everything that has cleared through my banking accounts. Now, my banking accounts, I do have several different banking accounts for different things that I do in my life that just works better for me. I don't just have all of my money in one spot, and I don't suggest that you have all of your money in one spot as well. But this has literally changed my life when it comes to my finances, you guys. I am not kidding. I used to be a person that always made late payments. I was the one who forgot about this bill. I forgot about how much money I had in my banking account, because sometimes, you look at your banking account, you see one amount, and then you think that that's all that you have, and then you're not thinking about the pending expenses. That's where me tracking my expenses weekly come in handy. If you are new to budgeting, I would suggest you track your expenses on a day-to-day basis, because it's much easier to do it on a day-to-day basis than it is to do it weekly, because I know that we don't have time to sit down and write down 25 transactions that we done spent, being, if you are a big spender like that. But this is the easy way to actually do it. This is what actually has changed my life when it comes to my finances. And if you are interested in this workbook, I will link it down below so that it can change your finances as well. So let's get right into my budgeting categories, you guys. First off, starting with, let me get my notes. So I wrote it down on my little sticky note or whatever so I can stay on task. But the first budgeting category is my savings, because that is a priority to me. I like to go through my budgeting categories and the thing that's most important to me to the least important to me, and I like to fund those things in that order. So the very first thing with my budgeting categories is savings, and this week I saved $508.19, which I'm super excited about, because this week was actually payday. So on payday, I automatically have these things automated because they are very important to me. And if it's something that is important to me, I like to automate it because I know that it's going to get done if I automate it. The next budgeting category is my home category in general, but I also have like a house category within that home category. So within my house category, that includes my mortgage and my utilities. I share that expense with someone, so that goes into a joint account, which I call my house. So $1,500 actually came out for just the house. No other bills that I had to take care of within the home. So the only thing that came out in my home budgeting category was just my house, with $1,500. The next category is gas or transportation. So this week I had to fill up both cars, you guys. I don't know if you guys know, but I have two cars. I have a red car and I have my regular car. I call it my regular car or whatever. And my regular car actually needed headlights, so I typically drive that one on a regular basis. The red car is like a second car, just in case the regular car breaks down, because the regular car is an older car. Let's be honest. The regular car is a 2012, so eventually it's gonna give me problems. I thank God that she hasn't really gave me any major big problems, but I did have one of the headlights to go out, and for some reason on that car the headlights are not bright at all. So when one go out, it's like I'm just driving in the dark. So I had to swap out the car and drive the red car until I got a headlight fix on the regular car. So I eventually got that done. So I had to fill up both cars. The regular car was like almost halfway, and the red car was all the way on E. So that baby got filled all the way up, and I budget $60 a week for gas, y'all. $60 a week is all that I budget for when it comes to transportation. That includes both cars. So usually one car is have more gas than the other or whatever. Cause like, say for instance, if I know that my regular car is gonna be dang near out of gas by the time it's time to do the budget all over, I'll go ahead and take the red car for maybe like a day or two, because that's typically when I kind of like run out, depending on how often I'm driving around where I'm going that week. So for gas, I spent $61.31. So I did go over $1.31. And let me know in the comments, because usually when I go over budget, I have to pull that money from my fund category, because that's like the least important out of everything else that I'm taking care of. So this month I'm budgeting for hair and I'm budgeting for fun. So let me know in the comments, where should I take this $1.31? Should it be from my fun category, where I could do whatever I want to do, maybe go out to eat, maybe get my nails done or whatever like that? Or should I take it from my hair category? Now, if I take it from my hair category, I already know for a fact I'm not going to be able to go to my friend to get my hair done. I'm probably going to have to go to the Dominicans or somewhere like that that's a little bit more cheaper. So, and that's exactly what I'm thinking about doing. But I want y'all opinion. Where do you think I should take this $1.31 from, so that I can break even on the budget if need be? The next category is food. Now, this week I actually put aside $100 for food. But I am splitting the cost of this with someone, so I actually only had to put $50. So I asked my boyfriend for $50, and then I put $50, and that gave me a total of $100. Usually I would just buy the groceries on my own, because I know he put a lot of money into the cars and getting the cars fixed and stuff like that. But I told him my goals for this year, and I told him that I need to be very disciplined about the way that I spend money. So sometimes I may have to come to him and ask him for a little bit amount of money for different things. Now, usually we don't really spend a whole lot of money on like the grocery food. It's the out to eat part is what really gets me. But I needed other things inside of the house as well to pick up, like lotion, toothpaste, soap, and stuff like that, because those things are expensive. Lotion is damn near almost $10 a bottle. So he did give me $50 for that. So with my portion and what I picked up at Walmart, because I just go to Walmart for my groceries and for like the shopping, because it's like a one-stop shop, I spent $57.06. So went over my $50 budget, but didn't go over the $100 that I initially said that I was gonna put to the side. So I'm happy about that. Now the last category is everything else, because there was no debt payment this week. There was no subscription that came out this week, so I didn't have to put anything towards that this week in those categories. The last category was everything else, and I spent $47.59. So like I said before, I'm already giving myself $100 for fun. So $47.59 actually is coming out of there. That's why I'm suggesting that hopefully I could take just $1.31 from the hair category and just get like a wash and press from the Dominicans, and maybe that should be like 60 or 80 bucks, and I will be okay. I can leave a little bit of a tip. But that's how much I actually spent. And what I actually spent on fun was, I showed y'all me going to Walmart and me picking up that ink for my printer, which really I shouldn't be including that inside of my personal budget, because that ink actually is a business expense. I use that to print out my budget worksheets or whatever. So I may replace that money now that I'm thinking about. I may just take money out of my content creator fund and pay myself back, so that way I really, I could just focus on the stuff that I actually bought that, that was personal, which was the sweatsuit that I actually got for my son and some blue sweatpants. Now, I will link the video down below just in case you are interested in seeing exactly what I picked up while I was at Walmart when I went in there for ink, and I came out with 4 or 5 things or whatever, which were on sale. So I'm not mad that I picked up those items, because most of those items were on clearance. The sweatsuit, extremely thick, extremely worth it. It was under $10 for a hoodie and some cargo sweatpants. So definitely worth it. I will link that video down below. But the total spent The total spent this week as a 40-year-old living in Atlanta is $2,174.15. And somebody may be like, oh my God, girl, that's a lot of money. But I already know, I already prepared myself that at the beginning of the month, you know, when it's like rent time and mortgage time and stuff like that, that's when I typically spend the most amount of money. So I already know that. But every single week from this, you know, day forward, hopefully it will be less than $2,000. It's not the holidays. There's no holidays coming up. My boyfriend's birthday is coming up next month. I already have an idea of what I want to get him. And then he also sent me something that he actually wants. So I got to kind of like price that, eye that, and stuff like that and prepare for that. But that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video.